Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you all are doing absolutely well. Guys, in this video, we are going to see complete practice questions, which will be very helpful for your upcoming communication assessment of Cognizant. So in this video, we are going to solve a lot of practice questions. By solving those questions, you will get a complete idea that in your actual examination, what kinds of questions you will get, and it will give you a beforehand practice of the exam. Otherwise, what usually happens is students or candidates usually appear for the exam, and when they see those types of questions for the first time in the exam, they get nervous and they don't know how to solve them. So this video is made for that purpose only, so that you will get a practice of how actual questions will come in the exam, and then you will not be very new to those questions, right? So without wasting any time, let's straight away start solving those questions in this video. But before that, if you are new to my channel, please make sure that you subscribe to the channel, as it motivates me to bring more such helpful content for you in future. Because after you clear communication round, you will be having next rounds, so you will find all the relevant content on my channel related to Cognizant preparation. So you will find all of it. Okay, I have a complete playlist on that thing. You will find it in the playlist section. So if you see, there are multiple videos that I have uploaded in this playlist, which is going to be super helpful. One of the videos is Cognizant Communication Round questions. Okay, this is also very helpful for you, so make sure to watch all these videos, as in those videos also I have covered practice questions for all of you. Okay, now before we move, or before we start solving this question, guys, I have put a lot of hard work and effort in this video, so I would expect you guys that you also solve accordingly and prepare along with me. Okay, so just don't watch the solutions, because then you won't get the practice. So please solve along with me, and also by the end of the video, make sure that you write your review in the comment section, and if you have any doubts in the comment section. Let's straight away dive in. So before we look at our first question, so just in case if any one of you is not aware what is the pattern of the exam, so see, in your communication assessment, you will be having 5 sections. Okay, in 5 sections, you will be having 8 questions from reading sentences, 16 questions from repeating the sentences, 10 questions from jumbled sentences, 24 questions from question and answer type based questions, and then 2 storytelling questions. So today's practice questions are going to be based on these kinds of patterns only. Let's start with first type of questions, which is going to be reading sentences. Okay, so here we are given few sentences. What we need to do is we need to read the following sentences aloud clearly and fluently. See, you will get one by one question on your screen, and you need to read it aloud, and make sure that when you read it aloud, your pronunciation is very clear, you have a fluent tone, and your tone is clearly audible. Okay, and it is clearly audible in the system. It should not be like you are speaking too slow or you are speaking too loud. Let's practice this. First of all, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to read out these sentences one by one, so you will get to know how you have to read it in the exam. First sentence is, the weather today is perfect for a walk in the park. Second sentence, innovation and creativity drive technological advancements. Third statement, effective communication is essential in any workplace. The train was delayed due to unexpected weather conditions. Hard work and determination leads to success. So guys, if you notice, every single word when I'm pronouncing, it is very clear. So try it. You also try in this way only. And if you want, you can pause the video right now and recite or read every sentence right now itself, so that it will give you a practice of how you can read the sentences in actual exam. And you know, in exam, you will not get all the 8 sentences in one go. You will get one by one. You need to click on a button first, and then you need to start speaking. Okay, since we are practicing, so that is why I have taken all the sentences in one go. Let's read with the next statement. The scientist conducted multiple experiments to prove the theory. She enjoys reading mystery novels in her free time. The meeting has been rescheduled to tomorrow morning. So I hope now you have understood how these kinds of questions you need to attempt. You will be given a sentence and you need to read it aloud. Okay, and these were first type of questions. Let's now move on to second types of questions, wherein what you need to do is you need to listen to the sentences and repeat it exactly what you hear it. Okay, so see guys, now what we will do in this kinds of question, how we can practice is, you guys just listen, don't read the sentences when I'm reading. So I'm going to read first, and then you pause the video and read it. Okay, so don't read it. Basically, the main aim of these kinds of questions is that how good your listening practice is. Okay, you have to understand that are you even able to listen it in one go or not, because you won't get a second chance, that is for sure. Okay, so let's start. I'm going to read the first sentence. You just listen it and then practice it saying aloud. Okay. The conference will begin at 10 a.m. sharp. Second sentence. She bought a beautiful dress for the party. Third sentence. Learning a new language requires patience and practice. Guys, make sure that you pause the videos in between and read it by yourself, and don't watch it for some time, because this is not reading part, this is listening part. Okay, so this is listening part. Let me write it here. This is listening part, and you do not have to read the sentences. You just have to listen to the sentences which I am reading out, and then you have to say it along with me, like not along with me, but after, when I am done. Fourth sentence is, the customer service team handled the complaint efficiently. Next sentence. The manager appreciates employees who take initiative. Next sentence. The presentation was both informative and engaging. Moving on to the next sentence. Please submit your report by the end of the day. Moving on to the next sentence. The restaurant serves delicious Italian food. Moving on to the next sentence. His dedication to the project was truly inspiring. Let me now move on to the next sentence. We have few more sentences with us. The road was blocked due to heavy snowfall. Next sentence that I am reading is, the company is expanding its operations globally. Next sentence is, he completed the assignment ahead of the deadline. Next sentence is, the teacher explained the concept very clearly. The next sentence that we have is, the bookstore offers a variety of interesting novels. Next sentence, she traveled to Europe for a business conference. And the last sentence that we have is, the new software update improves performance significantly. So guys, I hope you must have got a good practice of these kinds of questions. Let's now move on to the next set of questions, which is jumbled sentences. Okay, and these types of questions are also very common. Let's practice this so you will have a good practice of appearing it in the exam. Okay, so let's read the instructions first. Rearrange the words in a correct order to form the meaningful sentences. Again guys, my personal suggestion is pause the video before watching my solution. If you don't understand, then you can watch my solution. Otherwise, prepare the answer beforehand and then compare it with the solutions that I am giving. Okay, in this way you can practice in a better way. Let's attempt the first question. So we have the words as, best is honesty always the policy. So the correct answer in this case is going to be, honesty is always the best policy. Okay, hope you have understood it. Moving on to the next question now. Difficult subject found I mathematics very. Let's write the correct answer for this. I found mathematics very difficult. Okay, so this is the correct arrangement. Moving on to the third sentence. Delicious cake baked yesterday a she. So the correct rearrangement will be, she baked a delicious cake yesterday. Okay, this is the correct arrangement. Let's move on to the next one now. Enjoys brother my playing football. Please pause in between and then prepare the answers and then watch the solution. The answer for this is, my brother enjoys playing football. Okay, this is the correct one. Moving on to the next one. Guys, before I move on to the next one, I humbly request you guys, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do so, because it takes a lot of effort to bring in these preparation videos for all of you. So as a payback, can you please subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any updates in future, and also I will also get the motivation to create such content going forward. Let's attempt the next question that we have. The at station arrived train late. Okay, the correct answer in this case is going to be, the train arrived late at the station. Okay, moving on to the next one. The jumbled words are, company employees treat its well the correct answer is, the company treats its employees, the company treats its employees well. Okay, this is the correct one. Now I am attempting question 7. Doctor a appointment with maid I. I made an appointment with a doctor. Okay, make sure that you keep the sequences of a and an and a correctly. Let's attempt the next question, which is 8th number. Early wake should you up. The correct answer for this one is going to be you should wake up early. Okay, hope you guys are finding it helpful and you guys can also solve it by yourself. The next one is question number 9th, which is the restaurant Italian serves food. The correct answer for this is going to be the restaurant serves Italian food. Okay, moving on to the next one now, which is 10th one. So the question is performance was amazing. The correct answer for this will be the performance was amazing. Okay, so guys, we have practiced 10 questions on jumbled sentences. In these questions, what we need to do was we need to rearrange the words in the correct order to form the meaningful sentences. And I hope now practicing these questions would have given you a better idea of how to solve these questions in your actual examination. Moving on to the next set of questions, wherein the type of question is question and answer type of question. What you need to do is, let's read the instruction. Answer the following questions in full sentences. Okay, so see, this is our question. Basically, you will be asked a question and then you don't have any answer with you. You need to yourself create that answer on the go and then you need to read it out. Okay, you do not have to type these types of questions, you have to read it. Okay, so let's practice these kinds of question. I would suggest that don't focus on the answers which I have given, you just focus on the question and try to create the answer by your own. Okay, let's read the question number 1. What are your hobbies? The answer for this that you can give is in one sentence, my hobbies includes reading books, playing the guitar and traveling to new places. Okay, and guys, always make sure that for these types of question you will have a time limit. Okay, for example 30 second or 60 second. So prepare your answer or speak it in that way only. You should not speak, for example, if you are getting like 15 second, okay, for this type of question where you just need to read one sentence and you are speaking one paragraph, that is also not good. Okay, so make sure you speak according to the time. Let's see question number 2. Okay, so the question 2 is describe your favorite holiday destination. Okay, pause the video here and then think of the answer in your mind. The answer can be my favorite holiday destination in Switzerland is Switzerland, and because of its scenic mountain, pleasant weather and peaceful atmosphere. Basically, you just have to tell which place is your favorite holiday destination and the reason why you think that is your favorite holiday destination. Moving on to the next one. What do you do when you face a challenge? The answer could be, when I face a challenge, I stay calm, analyze the situation and look for the logical solution. Moving on to the next one. How do you prepare for an important presentation? I prepare for an important presentation by organizing my content, practicing my speech and ensuring that my visuals are clear and engaging. So guys, if you notice my answers, how am I answering is, I am answering with a comma, right? So whenever there is a comma or something, I'm taking gaps in between. Okay, so you should also follow the same approach, that don't speak within one single breath. Okay, take gaps in between, which showcases that you are also following correct punctuation and correct grammars. Moving on to the next question. The next question is, what is one of the most important qualities in good leader? The answer could be, a good leader should have strong communication skills and ability to inspire and motivate a team. Let's move on now to the next question, which is, how do you manage your time effectively? So the answer can be, I manage my time by prioritizing tasks, setting deadlines and avoiding distractions. Okay, let's move on now to the next question, which is, what is your favorite book and why? So this is the question that is given to us and we need to think of the answer in our by our own. Okay, let's see the answer for it. My favorite book is The Alchemist because it teaches valuable life lessons about following one's dreams. Now guys, one suggestion for these kinds of questions. See, now many of you are not very good readers, right? So you guys might think, okay, like what could be my favorite book? I don't know at the moment, right? Just be very calm. Okay, see, you don't have to tell the actual novel only. You can even talk about your subject, right? You just need to speak one sentence with fluency. That is the main goal of this communication assessment. You have to understand that. Okay, so don't worry that, if there is one such question on a specific topic, speak out the first thing that comes in your mind, I would say, because you won't have that much of time to think also, right? Let's see the next question. if you could invent something, what would it be? Okay, let's see the answer for this question. I would invent a device that translates animal sounds into human languages to understand them better. So the correct answer would be in this way. Let's now move on to the next question. How do you handle a stressful situations? Okay, so the correct answer for this could be, I handle the stressful situation by taking deep breaths, staying organized, and focusing on finding a solution. Okay, moving on to the next question. Guys, before we dive deep into the question, I just want to remind you that there is a complete playlist on Cognizant Preparation, and I have already uploaded multiple videos on communication assessment. If you will access this playlist, you will get those videos, and those videos are going to be super helpful in your communication assessment preparation. So make sure to check those videos too. Let's now continue with the next question that we have. The question is, if you had the opportunity to travel anywhere, where would you go? Okay, the correct answer that you can give, see, there is no correct or wrong as such, but the one prospective answer that you can give for this question is, I would travel to Japan because I love its culture, food, and technology. Let's move on to the next set of questions now. See guys, we have seen a lot of question and answer based questions now. Now we are moving on to the next set of questions, which is based on storytelling. So let's see what this question is asking us. So the type of question is storytelling, and the instruction that is given to us is, look at the given prompts and create a short story based on it. See, so your question will be only this much, okay? This much part which I have put it in the box. So you will have a prompt that is, you find a mysterious key on the street. Where does it lead? Okay, now this is your prompt. Sometimes what happens, based on this you will get some points, okay, like 1 2 3 points that will be helpful in creating you that will be helpful for you in creating your paragraphs. Okay, but the other times you will just find this one statement, and based on this you yourself have to speak on the paragraph. So that is why I have not taken the hint sentences, because we are going to prepare the paragraph by our own. See, so just read your topic or your prompt and then prepare your paragraph by yourself. Let's see what is our paragraph or story. One day while walking home, I noticed a shiny key lying on the pavement. Curiosity got the better of me and I picked it up. The key had strange engravings on it, unlike anything I had seen before. I decided to look around, and just a few steps ahead, I found an old wooden door covered in vines. My heart raced as I inserted the key into the lock. To my surprise, the door cracked open, revealing a hidden garden filled with glowing flowers and a small chest in the middle. I walked towards it and wondering what secrets it held. Now guys, you might have heard, you might have felt that the language of this is very tough. Okay, so you don't have to speak in this language. You have to speak in your normal English or your normal vocabulary. There might be a possibility that you don't know many you are not very good with vocabulary or very good with English words. So you should use only those words which you are good with in your day-to-day life, right? Because then only you can pronounce those words properly, right? Let's see the next prompt that we have. The prompt is, a boy wakes up one day and realizes he can talk to animals. So you have to speak a paragraph on this topic. So let's see what you can say. One morning, Sam woke up feeling different. As he stretched his pet parrot, Coco, suddenly said, "Good morning, Sam, how did you sleep?" Sam froze. Did the parrot just talk to me? But it wasn't just Coco. All the animals outside were speaking too. The birds discussed their plans for the day, and the neighbor's dog complained about his food. Overwhelmed but excited, Sam decided to use his new ability to help lost animals find their new home. Soon, he became known as Animal Whisperer, and his advantage had only just begun. Now, guys, just a small tip. See, don't focus too much on story. Okay, this is not storytelling. Okay, this is not storytelling. The main focus is always communication and pronunciation. You should focus on that. Okay, so see, it's not like you will get good marks if you are narrating a good story, or someone will get a bad marks or bad rating based on your story. Okay, it's not about that. It's only about pronunciation and communication. If you are speaking not very sensible story also, it is fine. It should be smooth and fluent. Moving on. Okay, so we have seen two questions based on storytelling. Now let's move on to the next set of questions, which is based on reading paragraphs. Let's see the instructions for these questions. Read the following paragraphs aloud and clearly and fluent. Okay, so basically we will be given a paragraph. We just need to read it aloud. Okay, let's see this question. Technology has transformed the way we communicate. In the past, letters and telegrams were the primary means of long-distance communication. Today, with the rise of a smartphone and internet, people can instantly connect with anyone around the world. Social media platforms, emails, and video calls have made communication faster and more convenient. See, so guys, there are some tips for these types of question. Don't don't take too much gaps in between. Okay, don't take too much gaps while reading paragraphs. Okay, and don't be very don't read it in full speed. Okay, take proper gaps with punctuations wherever punctuation. Okay, take proper gaps following punctuations. Okay, so you have to maintain the pace basically. So you do not have to go very fast also, and you don't have to go very slow also. Let's see the second paragraph that we have. I would suggest pause the video here, read it by yourself, and then continue forward. The paragraph is, good time management is essential for success. People who plan their day effectively can accomplish more tasks in less time. Making a to-do list, setting priorities, and avoiding distractions helps in staying productive. Time is a valuable resource, and managing it wisely leads to a balanced and stress-free life. Now guys, you might feel that your tone of speaking is not as fast as mine. That depends on person to person, so don't worry about that. You can even read the sentences in a slow pace, but the main thing is your grammatical and pronunciation should be good. Okay, I'm reading the same passage once again to showcase if someone who is reading in a slow pace, how they will read. Okay, so I'm now reading in a slow pace. Okay, good time management is essential for success. People who plan their day effectively can accomplish more tasks in less time. Making a to-do list, setting priorities, and avoiding distractions help in staying productive. Time is a valuable resource, and managing it wisely leads to balanced and stress-free life. Okay, now guys, there are few things again here. If you are reading too slow, okay, now you will be getting some time duration around 60 second or 30 second to read one paragraph. Okay, now you should not be reading that much slow also, that you will be short of time, that you are reading only and the time is already up. So these few things you have to take care. Okay, let's now move on to the next paragraph that we have. Okay, I'm going to read out the paragraph now. Reading books is one of the best ways to gain knowledge. Books transport us to different worlds, introducing us to new ideas and improve our vocabulary. Whether it's a fiction, history, or self-improvement, every book has something valuable to offer. Developing a habit of reading regularly can enhance creativity and critical thinking. Okay, moving on to the next paragraph. Next paragraph is, healthy eating is important for maintaining a strong body and mind. Consuming a balanced diet rich in fruits, vegetables, and proteins helps in staying energetic and active. Drinking plenty of water and exercising regularly also contribute to a healthy lifestyle. Avoiding junk food and sugary drinks can prevent many health issues in the long run. The next paragraph that we have is, teamwork is a key factor in achieving success in any organization. When people work together, they bring different skills and ideas to the table. Good teamwork leads to better problem solving, improved efficiency, and a positive work environment. Respect, communication, collaboration are essential qualities of a strong team. Let's read this next paragraph. Climate change is one of the biggest challenges faced by the world today. Rising temperature, melting glaciers, and extreme weather conditions are signs of global warming. Reducing carbon emissions, using renewable energy, and planting more trees can help combat climate change. Every individual can contribute by making small but meaningful changes in daily life. Okay. Moving on. So guys, we have seen 6 questions based on paragraph reading. Now we are moving on to the next set of questions, which is fill in the blanks types of questions. Okay. So this is fill in the blanks type of questions. Now we are going to see next few set of questions we are going to see based on this pattern only. Now the first pattern that we have is verb forms. So in this question, let's see what we need to do. Fill in the blanks with the correct form of verb in the brackets. So see, we are having a sentence and we are given a form, we are given a word in the bracket. Okay, we need to fill in the blanks with the correct form of verb. Okay, let's see the first question. She dash a letter to her friend every weekend. Okay, so see, the correct answer in this case for the first one is going to be she writes a letter. Okay, she writes a letter. Basically the answer is writes. Okay, a letter is already there in the sentence. Moving on to the second one. Again guys, I would highly suggest you to pause the video and try to solve the questions by your own now and then follow it going forward. The second question is, the baby dashed loudly when the mother entered the room. Okay, and the word that we have is cry. So the correct answer for this one is going to be, the baby was crying loudly when the mother entered the room. The correct answer is was crying. Moving on to the third question. By this time next year, he dash his degree. Okay, the correct answer for this one will be by this time next year he will will have completed his degree. Okay, so this is the correct answer in this case. Moving on to the question number 4. I dash a book when the power went out, and the word that we have is read. So the correct answer in this case will be I was reading a book when the power went out. Okay, let's move on to the next question now, which is question number 5. The teacher asked the students to dash their assignments on time. So we have the word as submit. So the answer will be the teacher asked the students to submit their assignments on time. So in this way, in this case, it is going to be the same word. Next question is, if she dashed harder, she would have passed the exam. The word that we have is study. So the correct answer in this case is studied. Okay, because it is like past tense, so we have to use the correct form of verb in the brackets, given in the brackets. Okay, next question is question number 7. The question is, he dashed to the gym every morning, and the word is go. The correct answer in this case is going to be he goes to the gym every morning. Let's move on to the next one now, which is we dash a movie when she called. So the correct answer for this will be we were watching a movie when she called. Okay, so the correct answer is this. I hope you have understood these types of questions, because these are like you will get these types of question in your communication assessment round. Moving on to the next set of questions will be this is again fill in the blanks types of question. Okay, but as I told, in fill in the blanks also you will get different types or different patterns of question. Okay, and these questions are based on tenses. Okay, so let's see, let's read the instruction first, what we need to do in this type of question. Fill in the blank using the appropriate tense of the verb provided in the brackets. Let's see the first question. Okay, the first question is, they dash football when it started to rain. The correct answer for this is going to be they were playing football. Okay, they were playing football when it started to rain. So the correct form of verb we have to like use here. So tense of the verb basically we have to use here. And next is by the time we arrived, the bus leave. Okay, and instead of leave, it should be the bus had left. Okay, moving on to the third one, she always dash up early. Okay, the correct answer in this one is she always wakes up early. Okay, moving on to the question number 4, which is next year we dash to Europe. Okay, and the word that we have is travel. So the correct answer in this one is going to be next year we will travel to Europe. Okay, because this is like future tense, right? We are talking about next year means future tense. Moving on to the question 5, which is when I was a child, I dash to draw, and the word is like. So the correct answer in this case will be when I was a child, I liked to draw. Okay, moving on to the question number 6, that is he dash at this company for 5 years. Okay, and the correct answer is he has been working at this company for 5 years, because he is still working, right? So we have to say he has been working. Next is while she dashed, the guest arrived. Okay, and the word is cook. So the correct answer will be while she was cooking, because see, we got to know that this is the past tense statement based on word arrived. Okay, arrived is in past tense, so that is what we also prepared our word in this way only, that she was cooking, right? Because since we are talking about past tense here. 8th question, if he dash me, I will answer, and the word is call. So the correct answer will be if he calls me, and this is about future tense. Okay, so if he calls me, I will answer. Okay, basically the correct answer will be calls. Okay, because me was already there in the sentence. So hope you have understood these types of questions also. Now let's quickly move on to the next set of questions, which is again fill in the blank, but the pattern is articles. Okay, you need to fill in the blanks with the correct articles which will be given to you in the brackets. Let's now see the first question. Okay, let me even read the instruction first before we solve it. Fill in the blank with the correct article, and the articles that you can use are a, an, the, or no article. Okay, let's see. The first is I saw dash elephant at the zoo. Okay, and the correct answer in this case is going to be an, because we are having a vowel here. Okay, second question is she bought dash from the market. Okay, so the correct answer will be she bought an orange from the market. Again, we have an O here. Moving on to the third question, We stayed at dash hotel near the near the beach, sorry. So the correct answer is going to be we stayed at a hotel near the beach. Okay. Now guys, before I move on to the next question, I just want to humbly request you guys, if you are feeling this helpful and if you have watched so far, please make sure that you have subscribed to the channel and you have given a like to the video. Okay. Now make sure that you are also attempting the question side by side. Let's move on to the next question, which is he is dash honest person. The correct answer in this case is going to be he is an honest. Okay, because you know, although the word is H, but the pronunciation is honest, which is O, right? So yeah, this is one of the grammatical rules. Moving on to the next question. They visited dash Taj Mahal last summer. The correct answer in this case is going to be they visited the Taj Mahal last summer. Moving on to question 5, which is she is reading dash interesting book. So the answer is going to be she is reading an interesting book, because the word has an vowel with it. Okay. Hope you have understood these types of questions. Let's now quickly move on to the next set of questions, which is again going to be fill in the blanks. But the pattern here is we need to fill it with proper prepositions. Okay. Let's read the instructions that is given to us. Fill in the blank with the correct preposition. Okay. Let's start attempting the question with question 1. Okay. The first question is the book is dash the table. The options that we have are on, in, at. The correct answer that we will fit in this option is the book is on the table. Let's look at the question number 2. She was born dash July, and the options that we have are on, in, and at. The correct answer in this case is going to be in. Okay, she was born in July. Let's move on to the next question now. The next question is we will meet you dash 5 p.m. Okay, and the correct answer, the options that we have are at, in, and on. Okay, so the correct answer that will come here will be we will meet you at 5 p.m. Let's attempt the next question. The cat jumped dash the box. The options that we have are over, into, and onto. The cat jumped. What will be the option that will come here? The cat jumped into the box. Okay, into the box. Let's move on to the next question now. I have been working here dash 5 years. Since, for, from. The correct answer for this will be for 5 years. Moving on to the next question now. He is interested dash learning new languages, and the options that we have is on, in, and at. The correct answer will be he is interested in learning new languages. Now guys, before we move on to the next question and before we complete this question, I want to let you know that, you know, sometimes in some of the questions there can be more than one answer. Okay, for example, like I don't know if we have this question at this time or not, but there is a probability in some of the questions that you might feel that on is also correct and in is also correct, right? So that possibility is also there. So don't get confused. Okay, in exam, choose the most appropriate one which you feel that can be the answer of a particular question. Now let's move on to the next set of questions. So guys, the next set of questions that we have is voice change based questions, and these are very popular questions. So it will be good if you have practice of these questions. Let's see the instructions first of all. Change the voice of the following sentences as required. Okay, let's start looking one by one. The first one that we have, first is the chef cooked a delicious meal. Okay, and we need to change this sentence into passive sentence. Okay, so let me write down the answers for you. A delicious meal was cooked by the chef. Okay, the correct answer will be a delicious meal was cooked by the chef. The sentence was in active voice and we need to change it to passive voice. Let's see the question 2, and this sentence is in passive voice. We need to change it to active voice. The question is the project was completed by the team. We need to change this to active voice. The correct answer was will be the team completed the project. Okay, so this is the correct answer. Let's move on to the next question now. The question is she wrote a letter to her friend, and we need to change this in passive voice. So the answer for this one is going to be a letter was written by her to her friend. Okay, so this is going to be the correct answer. Let's see next question now quickly. The parcel was delivered by the courier, and we need to change this to active voice. Okay, let's see what is going to be the answer for this question. Okay, pardon my handwriting, I am just writing very quickly. So the correct answer for this is going to be the courier delivered the parcel. Okay, the courier delivered the parcel. Question 5 is the manager approved the leave request. We need to change it to passive voice again. The answer will be the leave request was approved by the manager. Okay. Next up, we have sixth question, which is a beautiful painting was created by the artist, and we need to change it to active voice. The correct answer will be the artist created a beautiful painting. Okay. So hope you have got the clear understanding of these types of questions too. Now let's quickly move on to the next one. So guys, so far we have seen questions based on all the topics. Okay, now we have came to an end of this video, and now is the time that you have to solve the questions that I will give you. So see, now I have two questions for you. What you need to do is you need to attempt these questions by your own, and you need to answer the questions in the comment box. Okay, make sure to attempt it if you have watched so far, because guys, this is your journey and you only have to comment it down. So guys, this is your DIY question 1. What you need to do is you need to fill in the blanks with the appropriate verb, appropriate tense of the verb. Okay, we have already seen these kinds of question. The question is, by the time she arrives, we dash our work, and the word that you have is finish. Moving on to question 2, I dash not or see him since last. The second DIY question is, I dash not or see him since last summer. You need to again fill in the blank. So make sure that you attempt these both DIY questions and write down the answers of these DIY questions in the comment box. And guys, again, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure to do so. Share it with your friends who are going to attempt your Cognizant Communication Assessment. Also, please make sure that you check this playlist, as it is going to be again super helpful, as I already mentioned. So that's all for this video. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know your review in the comment box.